Hey, Bulls and Bears. It is Thursday, June 16th, 2022. We've got a lot to talk about. The markets are still dropping. Dow Jones 30,000. Bye-bye. And so much more happening. The world is in economic turmoil. As we see the Ponzi scheme falling apart. Now, what is a Ponzi scheme? You always need new money to come in a Ponzi scheme. It's kind of like a pyramid. And once new money stops coming in, the people at the top no longer have the revenue that they need to keep the Ponzi alive. So when you first get into a Ponzi scheme, well, let's even say a multi-level marketing situation where you get in, you get people under you that are making sales and making you money because you got in before them, and then people under them get in, so they're making money off the people under them. So a classic pyramid scheme. And maybe you're close to the top of the pyramid, but when the new money stops coming in, the Ponzi scheme implodes. And that's what's happening with the economy. No more new money. The debt machine is slowing down. It's not even stopped. It's just slowing down very gradually. And we're still seeing all these things unfold, even with this gradual slowdown in this propping up of this Ponzi scheme, aka economy. Let's take a look at what's happening in the markets and more. Let's start right here. Dow Jones under 30,000. Yes, folks, we told you this was going to happen. All major indexes in the red today. S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and the Russell. Oil up another 1% though to 100, just under 117. And people are getting nailed. People are losing their retirement savings. In fact, $3 trillion worth of retirement savings has already been eliminated just since this most recent bear market has taken over. Now take a look at this chart right here. This is the Dow Jones. Look, just since the beginning of June, the severe steep decline from 33,180 down to 29,927. It was about to close today at the close. And this is no surprise to anyone. I put out a warning a few weeks ago about how June was going to be a very, very bad month for the stock market. All right, let's go back and find it. How soon before the beginning of June did we put out that warning? Right here. We put that out 3 weeks ago, June 1st warning. And in that video, we told you that they were going to, from a real peak, pull the rug out or pull the legs out from this market. And that was May 21st. So we had almost 10 days advanced warning on that. But I'm just a small channel. We couldn't warn everybody. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Let's take a look at how much was lost. Take a look right here at this report. This is sad. Stock markets fall wiped out $3 trillion in retirement savings. So people had no idea. They had no clue that this was coming. But it was forecasted. They told us what they were going to do. Not just with the rate hikes, but if you remember that video that we put out back on May 21st, you know that we said the Fed was going to pull back the support and stop buying so many bonds, stop buying so many securities. Right? So all this was laid out, but again, we're just a small channel. I wish we could reach more people and warn people about these things. So yeah, $3 trillion in retirement savings. There's going to be a lot more people now unretiring. And it's already been a trend just in the past couple of years, a lot more people unretiring because these costs are just too much for so many retired people to handle on a fixed income. A lot of times it's just Social Security, and retirees are hurting, and it's about ready to get a lot worse with that type of hit to these 401ks and retirement savings. Pretty sad. And if you go back even earlier, back to early February, we told you the warning was put out there, the word was put out there that the market was going to come down. We saw the downtrend in the market. We saw what was coming out of the mouths of the decision makers. We knew that was going to spook the markets, and the support being pulled out from under these markets. So no surprise, but a lot of people are still surprised and shocked by this for some reason. But I guess we shouldn't be surprised that so many people lost such a big portion of their retirement savings, because what do you see on the financial channels? They're not telling you what's going to happen. They're rooting the stock market up. They're telling people to buy the dip. People like Jim Cramer out there saying everything's fine, everything's glorious. And it's just sad to see so many people getting duped out of their money, but this is what it is, and this is the name of the game. But once you understand how these markets function, then you're going to be on the right side of the trade. So we're going to continue to keep you on the right side of the trade here. And in fact, any jump in the markets, I would be looking for shorting opportunities. And I know another channel right here on YouTube, and this guy claims to be a stock market expert, and he was telling people the market's going to go higher, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. And a huge channel, and it's just really sad, you know. We can't reach more people. But even with the decision makers out there telling us they're going to pull the legs out from under the market, you know, some people still didn't see it or didn't hear it or didn't want to see it. All right, next, another article, another study that underpins this whole paycheck to paycheck thing, where 60 to 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And we showed you one a few weeks ago about how about 1 in 3 people making $250,000 a year also are living paycheck to paycheck, because people just love to spend money. The more money you make, the more debt you're going to take out, basically, because you want to get the bigger house. You want to maximize your clout, right? So people want to let people know that they are successful. They're going to go out and buy the nicest car they can, get qualified for the biggest mortgage they can. You're not going to see someone making you know, $250,000 in a trailer park, usually. I'm sure there are some exceptions, but usually no. People want to look like what their bank account looks like. They want other people to see their success. Out of CNBC, 36% of employees earning $100,000 or more say they're living paycheck to paycheck. And even if you go all the way up to $250,000, it's still about that. It's still about 33%, or 1 in 3. Pretty sad, but this is the type of reality that we're living in. Folks, continue to get ready, because things are going to get a lot worse. Unless they totally switch up what they've got planned, what they're telling us they're going to do. If they do switch it up, we'll be right here to let you know, so you can make the appropriate arrangements. But unless they switch this up, we've got a lot more pain ahead. These markets have just begun to correct. We've got a lot more correction to come. We haven't even really seen any corrections in the housing market yet. We've seen asking prices start to come down. We'll see if that continues. I hope it does. Now, on that note, on the housing market, there were some people down in comments saying that I said that home prices were never going to fall. I never said that. I said home prices will not crash. And that's simple. Housing markets do not crash. It takes many, many months for price declines to actually show in the data. Now, I did say at one point, before the Fed started talking about rate hikes, I did say, based on the information at that time, that home prices would go higher. But things have completely changed. And when the information changes, when the data changes, when the policy, when the decisions change, we'll let you know. But we've kept you way ahead of the curve here. I think most of you would agree on that. So if things continue the way they are, yes, we will see some corrections in the housing market. It's not going to be a crash. All right, there's still too many inflationary forces out there to have a crash actually happen where you see markets come down in just a matter of days. Housing markets do not crash unless you have some sort of black swan event, some blackout event where the entire system goes dark, which is possible. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's possible. Lightning could strike me right now in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It didn't happen. Doesn't mean it's not possible. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. You know what I'm going to say. Keep stacking. Stay well. Stay safe. Stay prepared. Bye for now. See you next time. Peace.